This time I'd like to call to order the March 12, 2008 Zoning Commission meeting. Let the record show that Mr. Alan Kraus is absent. All other commissioners are present. This time I'd like to open up the public comment period. Anyone wishing to come up and address the commission on any item that is not on our agenda, please come up, sign with the secretary, and you'll get your 3 minutes to speak. Okay, no one wishing to speak. Item 4, acceptance of the minutes of the February 13th meeting.
Motion to approve.
Okay, Patrice, you
when I reviewed the minutes, I noticed that I added Scott Courtwright's name to the voting.
okay?
And just to ask that you all take that out and approve those corrections.
Okay. So we'll entertain a motion to approve.
Right. Motion to approve without Scott Courtwright in it.
Okay.
Second.
Okay, I have a motion to approve revised minutes by Steve Barrow, seconded by Paige Becknell. Is there any opposition or discussion? Motion passes. Item 5, let's see, Business Park Development Standards, Zoning Review ID 1855.08 for lots 10 and 11 of the Ascension Commercial Development for Walker Circle Holdings.
Good evening. My name is George McCallum, representing the engineering firm on the project, and these are some preliminary drawings indicating what we're proposing as a mini distribution warehouse facility. It'll be warehouse buildings with probably 3, maybe 400 square foot of office space in each one.
Okay. Any comments or questions from commissioners?
Just out of curiosity, all the pavement that happens in front of buildings A through G, is that going to get striped? How's all that circulation going to work?
Yes, sir, exactly. It'll be striped off. The road will be striped off. The turns into the parking lots will be striped off. And the reason for all that pavement is because we'll have 18-wheelers turning and backing up to the buildings, and we wanted to make sure they had ample room. So we'll stripe off the center lines to the parking lots to give any drivers good eyesight, good line of sight on where to go.
Any other comments or questions from commissioners?
That whole entire hashed area is loading doors, loading bays? Take Building A, for example, that...
On Building A, and we've since revised this a little bit, each of those buildings will probably have 2 drive-up docks and 1 drive-up ramp. So they have a total of 3. The whole front area is not going to be docks per se, but it'll have a ramp and 2 docks.
Next to Building G, you're not going to have semi-trucks backing up to the parking spaces, are you?
No, sir.
I guess I'm just going to complain because I'd like to see that a little bit more accurate, a little bit more accurately displayed as to exactly what's going to be paved, what isn't going to be paved, because I see a lot of area there that if you're going to back up those trucks here, it wouldn't necessarily need to be paved in order to get turning radiuses in.
Right, and we will have that much more defined. It's actually more defined now in the geometric plans that we're including in the construction plans for the project.
Lance, I've got a question for you. Building park. I mean, this sounds like trucking and. Doesn't sound like building park to me.
It's a permitted use in that district. Yes, ma'am.
I didn't think about it until Julio was just asking, but isn't there something about loading and unloading supposed to be done in the back of the
Yes,
property?
ma'am. It is. It's stated that that should be in the back or on the side. It shouldn't be toward the front. But it doesn't say it shall. It said that it should.
This isn't in the front. This is to the side of the building.
Yeah, it is to the. I guess it depends how you look at it. Coming down the road. is to the front, but if you drive down the Highway 30, it's to the side, or I guess the.
That's a good question. Is this being subdivided?
No, they're going to lease these buildings out. They're not going to sell the parcels.
Okay. So all of those, technically, all of those docking bays would be internal to each other.
Correct.
I'm all for building park, okay? So I'm not saying it's not appropriate or anything. It just, we are very strict on those because they do have higher standards, and we do expect them to have a certain.
And that was one of the questions I had when reading the ordinance, is that the loading docks should be in the back where at all possible. And in the the specific use of this site, the development that they're going for, it's not efficient to try to put the loading docks in any other place, because that's specifically what the site is designed for. We are, and that was one of the things we had to do was right now we're planning on putting brick on the front side where the loading docks are, if required, or if we need to. I guess it kind of depends on how the ordinance is interpreted. We can put brick on 2 to 3 sides of the building, because it's kind of hard to judge where the actual front is going to be. Is it where the vehicles park for the employees, or the 18-wheelers back up? So it's however y'all want to tell us to interpret it.
Well, I'm assuming that this isn't going to be subdivided, so I would frankly much rather. I have to draw, sorry. I'd much rather see you take the front of the buildings that are facing Highway 30 and give them an architectural treatment and create some kind of a screen on the entrance to block the view of those trucks. Okay. And what have you from Highway 30, and enrich that landscape to give this, as some kind of an architectural presence on Highway 30, rather than put all the bricks up there that the trucks are going to tear up anyway. See what I'm saying? And from where your building ends, you can have some kind of a decorative screen, an extension of that brick wall or something to help block those semi-trucks.
Gotcha. And we can.
And again, I think when you get in front of these buildings, especially a big one like Building A, where you're going to have limited number of docking bays, I think anywhere where you can eliminate some of that pavement, it would be to your advantage.
Yeah. I'll put this on the screen, so what I'm showing here is, and I'll revise this plan, the architectural and the geometrics and everything else in the construction plans, to show the architectural treatment on the faces of these buildings and additional screening with either a brick wall or some landscaping, trees.
Or a combination thereof.
Yeah.
Some of us were very impressed with your landscaping plan. It looks like y'all did a really good job on that.
Thank you. We do have our own in-house landscape architect now. Sometimes I think he's excessive, but that's what landscape architects do.
No, we're not. No, we're not. Excessive.
Any other
He's not
comments or
excessive on
questions
this
from
one,
commissioners?
Like I said, the only other comment is that I'd like to see, like, these parking lots between the buildings. Clearly you're going to have a break in circulation. I'd like to see something there, kind of help break up some of that parking, some of that pavements, awful lot of pavement.
Any other comments or questions from commissioners at this time? This isn't up for public hearing, so what's the wish of the commission?
I'll make a motion to approve contingent on the corrections or changes that you have agreed upon.
Okay.
I'll second.
I have a motion to approve, conditioned by Sherry Slyman, seconded by Paige Becknell. Is there any opposition or discussion? Motion passes.
Thank you.
Item 6, new business. Is there any items of new business that the commissioners would like to bring up before the full commission? Okay, no. Item 7, old business. There's no items there. Item 8, subcommittee report.
First of all, we're close on the maps. We just had to finish going through them, make sure that they're accurate and ready to show the rest of the commission. In addition, we met with the Center for Planning Excellence. It's a nonprofit organization that was established to assist parishes and municipalities with comprehensive land use matters and adopting comprehensive land use plans and zoning. And we are putting some material together to distribute to the commissioners just for your information more than anything else. There's no action that's required from the commission. Just wanted to share that with you.
Will you be meeting this month?
Yes, we'll be meeting this month.
Okay, has a date been
Yes.
decided?
Oh, you know what? I don't have my calendar with me. It's the last Wednesday of the month, I'll tell you that much.
Last Wednesday of the month. Okay. Okay, item 9, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So move.
Motion by Julio Dumas to adjourn, seconded by Beverly Barre. Is there any opposition or discussion? Motion passes and we are adjourned.